boys and girls, when we did our respiration measuring with our heart rate, we noticed how we really had a different heart rate when we were doing different things. As we're here and we're just breathing in our nose and our mouth, we breathe in our oxygen, and it comes down our trachea, comes into our lungs, where the trachea divides into different branches, and those branches get smaller and smaller, and they end in air sacs. And the air sacs are surrounded by tiny little capillaries that actually have very thin walls, and the walls between the tiny air sacs and the capillaries, gases can pass through them. So when we take a breath in, then that oxygen goes through the air sacs into the capillaries, and those capillaries carry that oxygenated blood, or the blood that now has oxygen, to our body's cells. And that's really how our cells get the oxygen to breathe. Now, our heart does the pumping, and our heart is a very special muscle, and it's really just about the size of your fist. That's amazing to think that your heart, that small, can pump blood all the way through your body. And it's just kind of like the same thing with a faucet. When you turn a faucet on and you run the water, when you run the water really hard, or you want to run a lot of water, then there's a lot of water going through the faucet. The same thing goes with the heart. When you were running, when we did our investigation, you were pumping a lot of blood through your heart. Well, when you're resting, as we measured when you were just sitting, and we rested the way that you counted your breaths, it's amazing the way it's just like a slow trickle, just like a faucet. So the heart is very special in that it has 4 chambers, kind of like rooms. And these 4 chambers pump the blood, and that blood that comes in from your body, and that's tired blood that's really getting rid of carbon dioxide, that blood comes in, and then the heart pumps it through and takes the oxygenated blood and pumps it back into the body. But the 4 chambers are really important because they keep the blood separate. The blood that has oxygen in it isn't mixed with the blood that has carbon dioxide in it. So they keep the blood separate, and it sends all of the blood to our muscles and to our body when we're working. Now, when we talked about the breath rate, we showed how when you're resting, you breathe less. When you're running, you breathe more. And the reason for that is your muscles need more oxygen. So when your muscles are working harder, those cells in the muscles need more oxygen. When your muscles are resting, they need less oxygen. But just as you're working harder, you're breathing in, you're carrying more oxygen into your body, also you're breathing out more because you're getting rid of more carbon dioxide. All right? Now we're going to go on to another lesson. So put your things away and get ready. We'll stand up and stretch for a minute, and then we'll carry on.